Welcome to the Bleeding Edge. My name is Colin Tedards, and today we're going to be talking about something that I think few people even see coming. In fact, we're seeing like a huge shift that is like reshaping society, not only today, but into the future as well. And the truth is, most investors are going to be in complete denial that this shift is even happening. And that's actually the real exciting part. The investors who understand like what's going to happen next are going to have a huge advantage over those that don't. And believe me, there's going to be a ton of investors that are going to miss out on this trend. To fully grasp, I think, what's happening, we kind of have to take a step back. For the entire history of civilization, I mean, we're talking about going back to like the Stone Ages, you gained knowledge through time. And so this is fairly simple to understand if we kind of just follow our own journey through the education system. We all started out like in kindergarten, we were just learning how to tie our shoes. But over time and through the passage of that time, we gained more and more knowledge. And more importantly than that, knowledge wasn't like equally distributed. So it wasn't an asset that was equally distributed. And so the more access and the more time you spent acquiring this knowledge, the more you typically had, right? And so this is evidence in society among people, but also across entire countries. So countries like the United States that have put a lot of their citizens through the education system obviously have more knowledge than countries that don't have that system like built up. We've also thought of intelligence kind of like as this rare, like human only trait. And again, it's something that needed to be developed over a long period of time. But guess what? Guess what? We're entering a brand new world where intelligence is going to be as abundant as like the air we breathe. Intelligence is going to turn into a commodity, something like electricity or running water or even like the dirt on the ground. Intelligence is going to be like dirt. And look, I read your feedback to an essay that I wrote last week. I said in that essay, my 6-year-old son can write at a college level right now with the aid of an AI computer system. And look, that's just a fact. And in little over a decade, when my son is done finishing up with school and done with everything, AI will be a better writer than nearly every human alive. In fact, that's probably already the case today, let alone a decade from now. So what does this mean? So for starters, like intelligence won't just be something that you're born with or that you're going to have to spend years of time to develop. Countries that like we in the United States often refer to kind of like as third world countries or developing countries, they're going to have access to this super intelligence the same way we are. Okay. And again, whether you like it or not, intelligence is going to become a commodity and it's going to be available worldwide 24/7, regardless of your age, regardless of where you're from. And more importantly, this is the most important thing, regardless of how much time you've spent trying to acquire that knowledge. Now, here's the exciting point from like an investor standpoint. There's an easy way to make money from when these like global trends happen. And it's the same method that has worked like when the combustion engine was replacing like the horse and buggy. It worked as the internet was being built out, kind of as what we know of it today. It worked during the smartphone era, and it's going to work again in the artificial intelligence era. I think more accurately, instead of saying like the artificial intelligence era, we should say it's like the machine intelligence era. This is where machines are going to hold more knowledge than humans. It's also going to be an era where humans aren't going to have to spend as much time to acquire this knowledge. And you can make money during this era investing in what I call background stocks. So these are stocks that are going to be kind of performing in the background and they're going to win and do well no matter what company wins. It's not going to matter if Nvidia chips outsell Intel's chips. It's not going to matter if like Microsoft's AI is better than Google's. These background stocks, they're going to win no matter what. And I want to teach you more about this method of investing. So I've set up a special event. and it's completely free. So it's this Thursday, November 16th at 1 p.m. Eastern Time. There's going to be a sign up link down below. And look, I'd love to share with you more details about this method of investing at that time. And again, it doesn't cost anything to attend, and I'd love to see you there. So, look, thanks for joining me today. I'll be back later this week. Love hearing your comments. But until next time, that was the Bleeding Edge.